Welcome to the Rookie Lap. This week we raced at nowhere, I think.
Ryan Priest got to run around Bristol.
Yeah, so there was testing races. So I
They
guess
ran
that'll
some
count.
cars out in Japan.
Bristol.
See,
Yeah,
never ends.
never ends.
Carson Hocevar won with Cletus.
That's right.
I
He
saw
won
that.
the what do they call that thing? The
2.4 hours over
lemon
home.
2.4. Yeah, of lemons. Yeah,
Lemons.
Yeah.
he looked happy too. They had a nice trophy.
Oh.
Both of them got a nice trophy.
Yeah.
It's got to be nice to win something every once in a while.
Well, they didn't invite us, or he wouldn't have won.
Yeah.
That's right.
But sorry, Carson, we'd have outran you.
Literally. Didn't you say they had to run?
Yeah. I think that's the way they started the race, was running to the car.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're gonna make our way down there one day and watch some event there.
Yeah.
Hope so.
But we just want to get on here and kind of give our recap of the season. Talk about things we liked, things we didn't like, big moments we might have remember from all the stuff that did happen, stuff like that. And yeah. I don't know. What's the first thing y'all remember from the year?
William Byron sneaked through to get a win at the Daytona 500, probably.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot of people because running 53rd on the backstretch and you win the 500. I mean,
2 years in a row.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same way.
And now you have people saying that, I guess the Daytona 500 has lost some of its luster. It's just not the event it used to be.
I would agree with
And
that.
I would agree, and part of that is the fact that they don't do such a big production that they used to.
Yeah.
I mean, you go down there, you practice for nothing, you run 150s, they run one race and then go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't build it up with speed weeks and all that anymore. But I have seen some people in the industry talking about they kind of want to try that again. So.
I mean, think about it. This is something I think you and I discussed for a minute last night. Look at the big productions that Cletus puts on his racetrack.
Yeah.
It's all on the internet, and people just follow. Man, it's what it takes to draw a crowd in now. I think you got to put on production.
Yeah.
It's got to be more than, hey, we're going to have a race, come see it.
Yeah.
And I think that even goes for local tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I remember that, but even beforehand, I think a lot of people forgot we were having a lot of issues starting with the duels this year with the when to throw a caution. Y'all remember? I think it was Cindric and Eric Jones that finished in the photo finish, but they took it from Eric because they threw a caution when maybe they shouldn't have, and then the next day they didn't throw a caution when they should have, and
That seemed to be a ongoing problem through the year.
Yeah. No kidding.
I thought it got a little better after the first month or so, though, because that first few weeks it was every race. I thought. I don't know that it was every race for the
No, not
last
every race,
half
but
of
they
the
did
year.
have some issues down the road.
Yeah.
Like when Cody Ware was running to a wall at the street course and they waited to throw after Shane took the white flag. Talking about that kind of caution throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard from Tommy Baldwin apparently they lost a grand total of 9 wheels on that car this year.
I saw that. Go ahead.
They had a lot of wheels gone this season. I saw.
One car. How many races did they run?
38 total.
38 races,
36 with no exhibitions, I guess.
And 9 times that one car lost a wheel. Now, I know they're not
And
top
that
tier
was-
team with top tier pit crews, but still.
But there was more than just his car that was losing wheels all season.
Yeah, and I think Tommy said that a lot of the times they wasn't even losing wheels because of their guys. It was guys that they were having to use because the bigger teams were taking their pit crew whenever their guys were getting suspended. So
Yeah.
Isn't that terrible to be that far down the totem pole? Well, we're taking you guys now.
yeah,
Do the best you can.
Yep.
yeah,
But you got a charter, you're okay.
yeah. But I don't know. We did have more issues, but I would like to think that they did a little better with the caution choices over the years. Like you said, it could be a little even more better, but it had gotten better. And remember, they had fired the officiator of all that the last month of the season or whatever it was. So
Yeah.
Right.
they might be trying something new there, but yeah. So
It's still decided by humans, so there's going to be problems.
yeah,
You're going to You're gonna have issues along the way with that. That's not ever gonna be changed. That can't be done by AI, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess we got Byron that won Daytona, and then I think we ought to try to play a game of, I guess Connor ain't gonna play because you're gonna look, but maybe you tell us what the next race was and we'll see if we can remember. The next race was Atlanta, right?
Atlanta Motor Speedway, and I can call it that because it was Atlanta Motor Speedway at the time.
Yes, not Echo Park.
No, it was Atlanta. It still is in my heart. Who was the winner of the Atlanta Motor Speedway?
We were at that race, and that's when Christopher Bell decided to go on his 3-race streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like he had the dog by the tail. He was going to be Mr. NASCAR there for a few weeks.
Yeah, ain't it crazy how he went from that at the beginning of the year and not even in the picture at the end, really. I mean, he was there, but not a main name that people were mentioning.
No.
Yeah, so, and I mean, even with those wins, I forget the exact stat, but I don't think he led more than 25 laps in those races. I know in that Atlanta race, he only led the last lap.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think.
Because remember, that's whenever Hocevar almost got his first win. And they threw the caution that weekend, and everybody was like, well, why'd you throw it? When they were 3 wide coming to the line, and everybody thought it was another 3 wide finish, and it wasn't because the caution was already out. And, yeah, but that was Atlanta. Thought it was a good couple race opener, but
yeah,
I think we might want to get away from 2 plate races to open the season. I don't know that that's what I'd prefer.
I think they should just go straight from Daytona to a short track.
Yeah.
I think they should go from Daytona to a road course.
A road course? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was something to mix it up.
Opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, I guess mentioning the short track, we skipped over the clash at Bowman Gray the first time they was there. 50-something years. That was pretty cool.
It was
cool, different.
I don't think it was that entertaining of a race. Though.
Yeah, I was never enthralled by putting these big cars on a quarter-mile, not even racetrack.
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
Roundabout.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, as not being around back in 72 when that happened, I just was cool that I got to experience it.
Yeah, there's
And the
nothing wrong with
fandom there at that
nostalgia
track makes that place electric, so it's just really cool, like, to me. Because them are some crazy.
Oh yeah, you
people
never know if somebody out there is going to come up and hug you or bean you in the head with a beer can.
Yeah.
And I think they have fights on their regular weeks just about every week there.
Yeah.
It's an interesting track. I'd like to go watch a regular race there just to watch the crowd than the racers. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding.
So let me think. He won Atlanta, and then he went and took Coda, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The only one that Shane didn't win, I think,
Yep.
for road courses. And that's when my Kyle Busch almost got him a win. He was leading there at the end and didn't have the car to hold on to it because he caught an unlucky caution at the end. But that was a really good road course race. I remember everybody was really enjoyed it. You had Bell, Busch, Byron, and even Elliott might have been the 4th car. They were all going at it that entire last 15 or 20 laps for that win, but racing super clean. And everybody was kind of hoping that would teach the other guys how to race with respect, which I think as we get into more of these races, we'll realize that it didn't work. But yeah, that was a good road course race.
Nice to see a road course that Shane didn't lead every lap of.
Yeah, and also it's easy to be clean at a race when it's only the 2nd race in the season and you don't need a win to make it in.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't know if y'all remember, that was when the track limit discussion started because guys thought they couldn't cut through the corners, and then about halfway through the race, people were radioing NASCAR, hey, so this driver over here is literally going completely off the track through this corner and y'all ain't busting him, so are we allowed to do it or not? Because I thought we weren't. And they were just like, yeah, whatever, go ahead. So
yeah,
I guess we had some track limit problems throughout the year too.
Yeah, I think that'll be more discussed before these races after the incidents they had there.
Yeah.
So everybody will be very clear on where they can and can't go.
Yeah. And then, so after that was, he won Phoenix, right?
That's
I
right.
think him and Denny just about had a photo finish for that race.
Yeah.
They were side by side coming to the line. One of the second or third closest finish in Phoenix history, I think.
Yeah.
But going off of that race, it looked like, I guess Joe Gibbs had Phoenix wrapped up, didn't it? They finished 1-2, dominated the race.
Things were looking better for them.
Yeah.
For sure. It looked like, hey, maybe we've got somebody other than the Fords that can race here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yep. Which they did, because I mean, we've already said Denny had the fastest car at the end of the
Right.
Phoenix, but Blaney still won it. So anyway, what was after Phoenix? I can't remember.
Vegas.
Is that Vegas? Okay.
I
Oh,
don't
who
know
won
about that.
Vegas? Let me think. I can't remember.
I give you a hint. It was one of your pretty much like, yeah, that was the only win they're gonna get this season, if any.
Oh yeah, Frank, you remember? That's when Barry got his win.
That's right. He did, because
That-
we were hoping
I
he'd
like
be good
Barry.
when he went back
I like
next
Barry,
time, but
but-
not so much.
Yeah, man, thinking about him, remember that first part of the year, they were really competitive. They
Yeah.
had speed just week in and week out. And
Looked like a regular Penske car.
yeah,
You think maybe Penske said, no, wait a minute now.
I
You can't
think
do all this and
we've-
be beating our guys out.
fast forwarded through about the second half of the year, and now that I think about him, I mean, what happened? Because they just two different teams, but maybe they can get it back on track for next year. But it was really cool to see him get a win.
Yeah.
And to get that 21 car win is always a good thing. Wood Brothers have been around as long as NASCAR.
It was good to see him win a race that wasn't a super speedway that
Yeah, I know.
you know, they just
It
happened to get up
wasn't
front at.
They just went out there and beat them.
Yep. He had a good performance that day. And I like Josh Berry, but he was one of those when he won it, I was like, I don't see him making it too far into the playoffs though.
I'm
Just
still not
with the
100%
competition he was up
sure, though. I know that, you know, that's a Penske affiliated team, as I understand the car is assembled and everything's done at Penske, but
Yeah.
is the support with him the same as it is with the other Penske cars?
I'd
Yeah,
say
down
so.
to
I
the
think
T.
Joey and them see him as a teammate now. So
They share a merch hauler, so I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
that's true. It's just, sometimes you wonder though when his performance is so
Yeah.
far off of what theirs are.
I mean, was it though? Joey and Cindric weren't lights out at all really this year either.
No,
The only-
but they had their times where they were considerably better than him. No, lights out over the course of the season, no.
Yeah.
Really the only one in that team that performed well
Blaney.
on a week-to-week basis was Blaney, and he just had
Yeah.
so many issues through the year that
Yeah, I
had
mean,
his season went clean the whole year, I think he would have probably been,
7 or 8 wins, really.
yes, several wins and probably the favorite for the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, mentioning the problems, that's right here where they started that Phoenix race where Bell won. He
Didn't
blew a
Blake,
motor, and then he blew another one at Vegas, I want to say, after coming from the back to the front because they wrecked in practice. Or they might have got caught in a wreck. Either way, they had a problem. And then what was after Vegas?
Homestead.
Yeah, and he went there and blew another motor. That's right where their stretch of problems was happening because, yeah, Larson got up and rode that wall and won that race. Remember, he took it because Bowman actually had that one won, it looked like.
And then Bowman remembered he wasn't the best Hendrick car and decided to hit the wall
Yeah.
and let Larson by.
Yeah, but Blaney actually, I think, had the best car that day. I mean, I remember he won stage 1 that day by like 9 seconds. It was something stupid. And then the motor blew for the 3rd week or whatever. And, yeah, so that's just, I think they started getting that back on track the week after that, though. They finally figured out what was going on. And that was when Larson tried to sweep the whole weekend like a Kyle Busch, too. One of his failed attempts so far. I think he'll do it eventually, don't you?
I would hope so.
But he tried that
I'm a
night.
fan, but yeah.
What did he do? He won the Cup race.
I think
And
he
he-
won truck.
He won the truck race because Corey Haim's truck kept shutting off.
Yeah, so he got.
And remember, he lapped up to like 5th place in Xfinity and then lost the race because Mayer ran him over on the restart.
Yeah, and then he lost. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't remember who won. That might have been Allgaier. I don't remember.
I still remember Bowman made me laugh at the end of that race though, because they interviewed him at the end, and he said, "I hate that I hit that wall, and I hate the way the race. I just feel really sorry for Mr. Hendrick." And I was like, "Well, Larson drives for Hendrick too, right? You got 1 and 2 up front. I don't know what he feels sorry for him for." I was like, "Yeah, you lost, but either way, you got a Hendrick car in the playoffs now." I just remember that made me laugh so much.
Let's stop right there for a minute with some of the drivers sitting in the wings. Do we all think, or what is your opinion? I know mine. Should they put somebody else in this place?
Bowman?
Yeah.
Somebody
It's hard to say.
They're talking like Heim isn't going to wind up being with Toyota. That's a possibility now because of some hard feelings there. Which one would you rather have in the car?
Right now, probably Heim, because I think Bowman's been in that car for a while and he's got some wins, but
It's mediocre.
he's in a Hendrick car. He should have a lot more than what he's got in wins and just overall performance.
Sporadically, he's fast, but definitely not consistently.
Shane beat him in points this year.
Yeah, so yeah. Well, that also helps too when he wins every road course. Though that's the other thing.
He was still in a track house car when he did it.
I know.
So, I don't know. I really think Zilla should be in that car. That's where my vote goes.
Okay. Well, I wasn't saying specifically Heim. I'm just saying somebody that's down the pike.
Yeah, I would put Zillish in if I had that ability.
Yeah.
Just
I thought that Junior, I guess we can say, they say that they're running that JRM in the 500 this coming year again. I thought it would have been a really cool story if Junior got started in Cup and Zillish was his first full-time driver.
Yeah.
But what would have been an open venue for him to get in Cup though?
I'm saying that if Junior had started his Cup team with Connor Zillish.
I know that, but my question is, how would Junior get in the Cup Series right now? He would have to buy a charter from somebody.
Yeah, but I mean, he's got the money.
I understand that, but is there one open? And he, even on one of his podcasts, he was talking about how much they cost now and said he wished he had done it prior to now where he could have bought it for maybe, I don't remember the numbers, maybe
Like
10 million or 4
I think
million.
they started at 4.
Yeah, and then now they're 100 million or whatever, and they're going to get more and more.
I'm sure you could buy out Rick Ware. Maybe.
Yeah,
I
I promise you, if Dale Jr. went to NASCAR and said, "Hey, I want to get a team in the Cup Series,"
They'd make room.
or
They snatched one
Mr.
from
Hendrick, Mr. Hendrick, I want to get affiliated with y'all running the Cup Series. They are not telling him no. I'm sure they'd write him the check.
Yeah, that's probably one of their biggest draws. Still is him.
It is. I mean,
Well, he's very
they
popular.
still sell the
fans
most
and all.
merch, and they ain't even the Earnhardts, and they ain't even racing.
Yeah.
So that's just it is what it is. But
Yeah, we got off track a little bit.
Yeah,
But it's
so-
just questions that you wonder about.
left off at Homestead. What was after Homestead?
Martinsville.
My main memory from Martinsville was the Xfinity dumpster fire whenever Sammy Smith dove it off and took out Taylor Gray
He
and
apologized.
Yeah.
wrecked a bunch of people, and Austin Hill snuck through and said that he would be the role model of the series.
Yeah. Okay, buddy.
Don't forget who got suspended for wrecking somebody this year.
Yeah.
Austin Hill.
He's a good
Sorry.
role model. He's a good role model. He really was.
Yeah.
Austin, I will knock you over the hill.
Yeah, but I guess the Martinsville race, that was a pretty boring one from what I remember. Denny dominated that one, and he won that race. There wasn't much tire fall off, and that's when we started complaining really about the short track stuff. And they got them short tracks better at the end of the year. We had some real good short track races.
Like Bristol.
Me and Frank will disagree with you on that one.
I'm still gonna run that one.
If they can hit not even a happy medium, maybe if they can get to 3/4 of the way to the bad tire wear,
Yeah.
I think it would be about perfect. If you
Yeah.
split it, not so much. You still wouldn't have enough fault. Maybe 3/4 of the way there, where that by the end of a normal run, that the tires are just so gone. You lost 2 seconds. Not where you're blowing tires. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so and I know it's not just snapping your fingers and it happens, but if they can get to that point, it'll make some great short track racing.
Yeah.
Fall off is perfect. Blowing tires, not so much.
Yeah.
And I know they keep blaming it on the teams and the drivers and all that, but still, everybody work together. It's all for one common goal.
Yeah.
So everybody can keep drawing a check and putting on a good show.
Yeah, Goodyear did get better with it throughout the year, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And I just would like to say thanks to them because they don't have to do that. They're risking their reputation with the tires blowing because, I mean, at the end of the day, this is promotion for them. And you see the tires are blowing, all right, why would I go buy a Goodyear tire for my car? Because apparently it ain't going to work. And yeah, we might know that that's not exactly it, but I mean, not everybody knows that. So you remember their Indy fiasco back in, what was it, 08 or 2010?
Yeah, 08, yeah.
Yeah, and everybody got out hating on Goodyear, and they just refused to build a tire that would wear after that until about this year because they weren't going to let people put that out about them.
Yeah, well, Bristol was nothing compared to Indy, though.
Yeah.
That was a show.
Yeah, so just like Dale Jr. said about them, let's still just say thanks and not trash talking for the tires blowing because they can easily just say, all right, we'll stop building them like that. You won't get any tire wear and then we won't have any issues.
Okay, well, instead of trash talking, let's just encourage them.
Yeah.
Maybe to try to find a happy medium.
Yeah.
Just to make for a better show.
Was Bristol after Martinsville?
No.
Or was it Richmond? What was it?
Darlington.
Darlington?
Throwback week.
That's when Denny went back to back. Joe Gibbs was going to win 3 in a row, 2 different drivers in the first 7 or 8 races or whatever. But remember, that was the first story of William Byron dominating and leading 200 and something laps and then losing it at the end.
What did he do? Run out of gas or something? Or was that?
No,
there was
he
another race he
finished
run out of gas.
in the top 5, I
Running
think.
out of talent. Oh, no, I didn't say that.
He choked.
That was the day, you remember, the air, it was just so bad, people couldn't pass. I remember the Joe Gibbs cars at the start of that race, they all, 4 of them, had fell back to 25th to 30th and were getting lapped. And then they got a lucky caution whenever there was like a lug nut, not even on the track, and they threw a debris caution, and it cycled them up to the front, and then look, Denny won the race. And it just showed you how bad the dirty air was or whatever because they took a car that had been stuck in 25th. They could not pass back there, and then they win the race with it.
That's another theme we saw throughout the year at times.
Yeah.
You could be running 25th, get a lucky caution, wind up in the top 5 and stay there, or even lead.
Yeah. Yeah, because
I know you want parity in the cars. You want them all to be the same, but we don't need that. We need to be where that one team can outshine the other one from week to week.
Yeah, because that was Byron's issue. He dominated and led every lap, but he got to lapping Cody Ware and all them in the back, and it took him forever to get around them.
Mm-hmm.
And then he lost like 2 spots on a pit road cycle and came out about 3rd, and that's why he lost the race because he couldn't pass the guys in front of him.
That's what it was.
But yeah, so Denny won that one, and
Then Bristol.
Blaney just about won that race and had an unlucky caution.
Yeah.
That's whenever, remember Larson punted Bubba whenever he was like a million laps down because he wrecked on the opening lap of the race.
Yeah, because Bubba punted Larson and stuff because Larson hit on the brakes. So technically Bubba punted him because he ran
No, I
into him.
thought Bubba hit the brakes and Larson hit him. You sure?
I'm pretty sure Bubba hit him because Larson saw Byron was either slipping, somebody was slipping ahead of him or something, and he thought they were going to
Blaney
wreck
was
him.
racing with Reddick, and they didn't want to get in the middle of that.
I thought that Larson hit the brakes though, and that's what happened. Or maybe it wasn't. But
I
one of
swear
them.
Larson hit him. Either way, it was them 2. But
No, I think he did. Bubba hit Larson because he went and spun out and hit that exact part of the wall that he hit earlier in the race, and Bubba was behind him and hit another part. I don't remember. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
So
know
what
that
you're
Larson.
trying to say is Bubba and Larson got together on the racetrack?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that did
Well,
happen.
okay.
No, what I'm saying is Larson should never run another 5 like Labonte Kellogg skin again. Like this.
Yeah.
That's right. I
Not a
do
good
remember.
idea.
Yeah, that was, he was complaining about, don't run that car again.
He did that last year in the Labonte car. He run up in the same spot. He run off and hit that wall.
Yeah.
I said, I'd never again. No matter how good those cars look, just never again.
Well, I think that incident started the conversation because remember this year was the first time in a while that NASCAR allowed wrecked cars to come back into the race.
Yeah.
And so that kind of started the conversation of, was that a good decision? Because that affected who won that race because they caused a caution with like 5 to go or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was not the first Or I guess the last time that happened for the year.
No.
But after Darlington, we went where?
Oh, the house that Ricky Bobby built, Talladega.
Oh, was Cindric won that race?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
We had typical Penske day from what I remember. I don't remember much else about that race. Except the fuel saving, that was another story.
Story of the season, fuel saving.
Yeah. Whoever came off pit road first was going to win the race. And
Unless you're Joey Logano and can run off of one take of gas the whole race.
Yeah.
Save fuel the whole race.
Yep, but hopefully they're going to come up with something to fight that next year. I hear a lot of talk about it, so I guess we'll see in their changes that they're going to post throughout the off season.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know how you can mandate that they run full throttle or they run hard the whole race. I don't know how they could actually do that.
Yeah.
Because then you can say, well, I was trying to get by him and my car just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But amazingly, at the end of the race, it did.
Yeah. I don't know, but hopefully they can come up with something.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, if they're going to do that, if they're going to run the midsection of the race with running half throttle or 3/4 throttle, make them say you got to pass somebody every lap. if you're not running wide open, that way it'll just go crazy and everybody be trying to get that one pass in.
Yeah.
And then we can have all the cars taken out.
Yeah.
Well, what was that Talladega?
Texas.
That was when Chase Elliott finally got back to victory lane, wasn't it?
No.
What? It wasn't? Oh no, I think he. Logano won that race, didn't he?
That was it. Old Joey.
Yeah. Because Barry was leading that race and he hit the bumps wrong and wrecked. It looked like he might win a second one.
Joey squeaked by. Felt like usual.
He just couldn't finish the rest of the story this year.
No.
But I don't think he had the best car that day neither.
No.
I think Kyle was running him down in that race, might get him a win, and he hit the bumps the same spot Barry did and wrecked.
Yep.
So
I think so.
Yeah.
I guess the moral of that story is they need to get the cars where they can go over bumps.
Maybe lift them a little bit instead of having them where they ride like basically on the pavement. Because those things ride low.
Yeah.
So.
Either that or grind the bumps.
Well, that too. But those cars need work.
Some
work anyway.
Yeah, make the
especially
cars
some
better.
suspension work too.
Yeah, definitely make the cars. Hopefully next season they will have a few changes.
Just
in the car.
race the Xfinity cars.
Yeah,
More
other than
horsepower.
just the little bit of horsepower that they gave him.
Yeah.
I saw the deal with Priest where he ran there, but never anything about what he thought the difference of the car was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that to Texas?
Kansas.
And that was Larson's
Third win.
third and final win of the season.
Yep. It was good to be a Larson fan for a while.
Led 200 and something laps that day.
Yep.
And won the race. But that's when Denny's issues started with mechanical problems. They had a clutch go out that day, and that was a story throughout the year. Or actually, they blew a motor the week before that at Texas. So, yeah, that's right where Denny's, all his mechanical issues started. Because I think Denny might have had a better car than Larson at Kansas that day, but couldn't race because the clutch kept going out on him and ended up having to just come out or get out of the race. But
oh yeah.
yeah. I wouldn't have thought that would have been Larson's last one of the year if you would have asked me that day, though.
No, I wouldn't
thought
have
he would have
either.
won a couple more.
I would have thought he would have won Bristol again, but
Yeah, he just kind of went awry for him after that. It's just like he couldn't keep up with the fast cars so much. I mean, he had days where he did okay, but
Yeah.
toward the end of the season, he finally started getting
yeah,
better.
but he never was that shining star that you expected him to be. Where he's dominant today, he's cutting it, he's got an easy win.
I don't think he ever was with those wins that he did get, though. Yes,
Well, with
he
Bristol.
led Bristol.
Yeah, wasn't he? Didn't he like lead all those laps at Bristol? Wasn't he?
Well, he led 200 something laps at Kansas, but I really truly believe that it's because they executed the whole day and stayed in the lead. I think if you would have dropped Larson back to 5th, like it happened to Byron a couple of times, I don't know that he would have dominated, because I think the dirty air has helped him. Because, yes, he won, but I remember Denny talking about it at the time. He said, yes, the 5 team is still winning, but they're not dominating on speed like they usually are. They're just executing, which there's something to be said for that. But, yeah, I think they need to find that speed. Because, like you said, they started getting it back towards the end of the year, but they still didn't get there. So I think they need to they'll be looking for that over this offseason. Because I think the wins were more about, like I said, execution than actual just raw speed.
It all became reliant on strategy. It seemed to be less about actually racing and finding speed to get around your opponent, more like, ooh, can I last this long on gas and do this? Which, I mean, is always a part of it, but that seemed to be their main way to win, was about all that.
Yeah, I think Cliff Daniels saved them this year.
Yeah. That's why I said I really want to see some changes to these cars where I want to see them race, I don't want to watch them just go out there and strategize the whole time. I mean, strategy's part of it, but
I just miss the days whenever somebody would have an issue or whatever and have to start dead last in the race at Kansas.
yeah.
And then I'd watch the leaderboard and you see them, they got 5 spots that lap. Oh, they got 6. Oh, they only got 3. But still, they were just rolling. And they didn't have to go 1 car, 5 laps, another car, 5 laps. And it's just so hard to make ground anymore. But we're getting more horsepower, so maybe that'll do something for that.
But Kansas isn't getting that, is it? Because it's not a...
No, but...
That's what I mean. The tracks that you would really want them to have more horsepower at, they're not giving it to them. And I really don't
They
see
could
why.
easily at those tracks change some of the aerodynamics on the car, and that's all it would take.
Too.
Put it more in the driver's hands. Don't make the car so glued to the track.
Just race the Xfinity cars. I'm begging you, please. Just try it for 1 race, and then just please.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I'm begging you, because those cars are awesome. And I don't know how true the NASCAR 25 game is to the way that these actual cars run, which I've noticed differences when I play the game. I played done quick races in all 4 series, and they do drive different from one another. But if those cars in the game really drive like they do in real life, and they based them that well off of it, I mean, those cars are fun. Because those were the races I had the most fun in, was driving those Xfinity cars around, trying to make up ground and passing and all that.
Yeah.
Because I know the Cup cars are realistic, because I couldn't pass very well on those tracks.
Yeah.
So, I'd love to see it, but that's just me.
Well, where did we go after Kansas? Was that the All-Star race?
All-Star race.
Christopher Bell
Yeah.
finally got him another win, but it didn't count.
It don't matter, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Not the one
that's
they-
another race that's losing its luster.
Well, wasn't that the one that you got mad at because they threw that promoter's caution? Somebody was going to win that
remember
race. wasn't
Michael Waltrip dropped the flag on the track.
it? Yeah, that's right. He dropped
Mike
the flag.
dropped, remember?
Yeah,
Mike dropped.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't a fan of that, but I was a fan of North Wilkesboro, and I'm happy
yeah.
that that's a points race now because, again, I wasn't alive for it when it was going on, so it's cool to get to experience that somewhat.
We'd already closed North Wilkesboro out with a Jeff Gordon win, and everybody was mad. So I guess that left a sour taste in a lot of the people's mouth because Earnhardt didn't get that final win at North Wilkesboro, one of the older drivers.
Yeah.
So maybe they finally realized, hey, we better change this.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that, well, not glad. I said I'm a little upset that we might be losing a night race for the All-Star race because they're moving it to Dover, though. But
Yeah, they already posted start times this past week. Dover's
did
going to be during the daytime. I think it's at about 1 o'clock.
Do you think it can possibly happen with the run what you brung? Not that that's
No,
how
I
it really
doubt
is,
it.
but
They're supposed to be talking about it, so I don't know.
they got to do something to make that race special.
I think they said, Bob Pockris had said that the All-Star race is going to be before Indy pole qualifying now. So,
Yeah, just do something to make that race special because taking it there, you've already dumbed it down even more.
and making it a day race, that really
Yeah, that's a Saturday night race, isn't it?
Yeah.
yeah.
That
It
should
should
be
be.
a
That's
Saturday night race.
I think it also needs to be for $10 million.
Yeah.
Because $1 million 30 years ago ain't $1 million now.
No.
No, and there was some of the, I think Denny was one of the ones who was vocal about that really doesn't play into it anymore.
Yeah, I think they need
I'm
to
gonna
make
win $1 million, man. I wish one of us could say that, you know,
Yeah.
but that, we're not them.
Yeah. I think they put 10 million on that thing. Drivers might get a little more physical like they did back in the day.
Heck yeah.
Oh, I know what we do.
Imagine hosts of ours.
I know how to solve this whole problem.
What's that?
Everybody's always whining and complaining about the playoffs and this and that. I don't know what they're gonna do for the end of the year. Let's say they decide to go to a 4 race at the end of the year. And those 4 races settle the championship, right?
Yeah.
Let's say the winner of that race is automatically in that. You want to see some cats
Yeah,
race?
okay.
You want to see
Yeah,
some people
okay.
get wrecked?
Then they all wreck and somebody that wins the Open just runs through and wins the race.
You want to put interest at the end of that race?
Yeah.
That's the one time you'll see Ty Gibbs in the Final Four.
My goodness,
That might create some buzz.
Oh yeah.
No,
Win and you're automatically in the championship.
Knowing everybody's luck, Joey would win that race, and you get your interview at the end.
I just don't see how you can hate the playoffs, man. I don't see how you can hate the playoffs, man. Like this just creates such good storytelling. I'm gonna win 5 championships on this format.
Yeah. I love the playoffs.
There you go. There's your buzz, NASCAR. Put that driver in the championship race.
Yeah. Well,
And I believe you'll get some interest.
You mentioned it being, it wasn't North Wilkesboro Old School Tracks. I guess it wasn't a cup race, so we skimmed over it. But we went back to Rockingham too.
Oh,
back
that's
in
right.
About April, I think it was, for Easter. That was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Got to see Casey Kane racing NASCAR again.
Yeah, man.
And I always
Casey
liked
Kane.
Rockingham.
Yeah.
I remember when they raced there. I always liked it, but it was as I understood it back in the day. The problem with Rockingham was they just couldn't get the crowd there,
Yeah.
and that's basically what shut it down.
I think they got a decent crowd for their return, so hopefully they'll continue.
Well, now we're not comparing apples and apples either. Back when they shut it down, every other track was packed to the gills, and they were having to build more stands and
Yeah.
put up bleachers so people had a place to sit. Now, not so much.
Yeah.
You know, maybe leaving out a little more for Rockingham.
Yeah. But I thought they put on a good show, and I wouldn't be shocked if that does wind up on a cup schedule in the next couple of years.
Gotta give one up to do it though.
Yeah.
Cut out a road course, put in Rockingham.
There you go. Perfect scenario.
I still think you need to
Cut
cut
out
out a
the
road
Roval?
course. Yes, please,
Yeah,
God, please,
Even better.
please.
Even better. Now we go from having, oh my God, not this again, to hey, this might be good.
Yeah.
Think.
Yeah.
Or cut out some of those duplicate races, you know.
Yeah, because that was something I noticed with Texas, how we already talked about, but tracks like that in Dover, and I forget where else exactly, but did they run Richmond twice? I think they only did that one once this year. But either way, they cut a lot of these tracks down to one date, and then the attendance was so much better because everybody knew this is my shot. I can't go again later this year or whatever. And I think that really helped with bringing numbers up at some of these tracks, because they said that Texas attendance was better than it's been in like 15 years or something like that. And I think it was a trend at all the tracks that lost a date.
I think if you knew they were only having one race at Atlanta, say that's the only one you could go to during the year, you would make a bigger effort
I'd
to
be
get there.
there.
Oh, I'll be there.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea just in general. I mean, of course, you've got your things you can't touch, like two races at Daytona or stuff like that. But for smaller,
Well, they're working in that direction. They're taking some of the luster away. They took the 4th
Yeah.
of July away from them. You know, they dumbed down the 500.
yeah, I just don't want to say it.
I know you don't want to say it, but that's the truth.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
they do there, 4th of July, man, we've been there. You and I've been there before. That was a place to be. It was
Yeah.
popping, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Man, people hooping, hollering, having a great time. The crowd.
we used to go for the week.
Yeah, that's a big old
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, but
Things change. I understand that, but
things like that don't have to though.
no, they really don't.
But I understand taking a race from Pocono and Michigan, and
Yeah.
even though Michigan's had very good races recently, but still, I understand places like that, no, but yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
Pocono to me, that makes sense to be, because it's a totally different track. It's an entity of its own.
Mm-hmm.
So doing that one time a year, I think is perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where did we go after North Wilkesboro?
Charlotte, the best race.
One of the best races of the year.
I was there for that one. Got to see the watermelon man get his hat stolen and smash a watermelon.
That's right. Starting from the very back
And a backup car.
in a backup car. That's
Showed him how to
awesome.
get it done. Again, another instance, William Byron won 3 stages, led 300 laps or whatever, and couldn't close it out.
Nope.
But that was a really, really good race.
That thing had highs and lows and dips and valleys, and just everything
Yeah.
about the race
Awesome.
was interesting.
I just remember about the last complete 150 laps, about you had Ross, Byron, Hamlin, and Hocevar before he blew up that night. They were all four just going for the win, just lap after lap after lap. With the last whole 150 laps, they were going after it. And I think that's one thing I will say this car has done better for that race, because, I mean, we all remember when Jimmy Johnson would just go out there and take a Sunday drive, and there wasn't no racing for that 600, but
Yeah, I think there was a time they just put his name on the trophy before
Yeah.
the race, wasn't there?
yeah. But I feel like with this new car the last 3 years or so, it's been a flat-out race from the start to the finish. There wasn't no riding around. And so I do give them that. But, yeah, I remember Hocevar blew up that night, and he's going on the back stretch and he's stopping, and his team says, all right, let's get it rolling. Yeah. It blew up, with an extra couple words in there.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, well,
That
when
was
you were
fun.
watching it on TV, you couldn't hear his crew at first. So on TV, it was just real quiet. You see his car, and then all you hear is it blew up. Me and Frank I was down here watching the race, and
Yeah.
we started laughing because that's all you heard was just that. And
Yeah.
I was like, well, guess we know what happened to his car.
yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of question.
Yeah, but that was a good race. And then where'd we go to Charlotte?
I believe this is Nashville. It doesn't say it on here. It was the Cracker Barrel 400. I think,
Yeah, I
that's
think-
Nashville.
That was Nashville. That wasn't one Blaney won, was it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so Blaney, after all those issues, didn't win until June of the season,
Yep.
which is crazy. But I don't remember anything about that race, to be honest. So,
I don't either.
what was after Nashville?
Michigan. That was
One
another.
of the best 2 races of the year besides Charlotte. I think that and Charlotte were the best 2.
Wasn't this the one where Byron ran out of gas?
Yeah, I remember Byron ran out of fuel, and Hocevar was up there to win that race and had to pit because of I don't remember what, and Denny won that one. But that was a really good race. I remember a lot of stuff going on. And
Yeah, that was in that stretch where everybody was saying Hocevar was fixing to get him a win.
Yeah.
Everybody knew it. He's about to get him a win.
can you believe he didn't? I mean, after that stretch, I think I would have put money that he might.
Yeah, during that time, yeah, I would have, and then it's just like, I don't know. And he had some races where he really wasn't good. He had some races where he had speed, but
Yeah, I mean,
they just didn't
it
keep
was
it up.
kind of top 5 or bottom 5 on the board. There was no
Right.
mid-pack races for him.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't really mentioned it, but this whole entire stretch here, whenever it was, who's he gonna wreck this week? You know, I mean, every week it was just somebody else.
He's still got a lot of fans, though. I hear some of them, like on Tommy Baldwin's show and some of them, there's a whole lot of, man, he could be a great driver if he would just, if he would just smooth out a little
Yeah.
bit, quit
I
running
can
into
tell you,
people.
Tommy Baldwin's not a fan.
No, but a lot of people on
Yeah, I
his show
know.
have
But
I
he
heard
don't
say
like-
that
He don't like
they want to be fans.
Husqvarna or whatever.
Yeah, he's not a Husqvarna, but a lot of the other people on there really have praised his ability, but not what he's done with it.
Yep. But that was Michigan. Who was that to?
After Michigan,
Is that
Mexico.
Mexico? Yeah. Well, I thought Mexico was a cool experiment, just trying something really, really different. I don't think it should be done every year, and I felt terrible for the hauler guys having to drive from Michigan down to Mexico and then back up to Pocono, I think it was.
Yeah.
So felt terrible for them, but I thought that was a really cool experience just to, as a fan of the sport, yes, NASCAR is American and here in the country, but I mean,
They've raced in Japan before.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I just, as a fan of the sport, I think it would be really cool to say, yeah, my sport is so cool and big enough that it goes to these other countries and draws these crowds like it does. And so, like I said, I don't think it should be done every year, but I thought it was really cool. I heard stories of some, I think 2 Mexican women, they said they took a bus for 13 hours to get to that race because they were so excited. They created their own custom-made Denny shirts because they couldn't buy none nowhere. And stories like that are just super cool to me. But
It's like you said, as long as they learn to limit it, you know.
yeah,
Because I'm not going to talk about football too much today, but you know they've started doing in the NFL like just about every week now. They're playing in Berlin or in Madrid or some other country, Italy, you know, wherever. And it just gets old because you can't watch a lot of those races because in those countries they have different time zones.
Yeah.
So they're or games. Sorry, so. Like the Falcons, I love the Falcons, but they played at 9:30 last week while I'm in church because they're playing in Berlin. So
yeah,
just as long as they don't do something like that and do it every now and then and maybe decide to do it on a Saturday or something instead and just maybe switch Cup and Xfinity that week or something. I don't know if they want to do it further off country, but just limit it. Do one race, you know, every other year or something like that.
yeah. And I mean that keeps the excitement to it.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with a lot of things that used to be super cool to us. They just give it to us so much now. It's like, okay, cool. I mean, green, white, checkered used to be cool because they were rare. Now you get them every week. Who cares?
Yep.
So, I mean, whenever you don't just do it every single week or every year, and it's just like, oh, yeah, we get to do this year, and it'll be a little while before we do it again. This is cool. But, yeah, I thought that was a good race. I think Shane won by 16 seconds or whatever, so.
Yeah. Start his road course dominance.
Yeah. What was that? I guess we said
The
Pocono.
triangle.
Whenever Chase Briscoe went on the fuel saving.
Mm-hmm.
He learned the lesson of going slower makes you go faster, remember?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I think he was saying his dad had told him that
Yeah.
in the past, and he said, you know what, I found out it's true.
yeah. And that's kind of when that team clicked because we hadn't heard much from them until then. From Pocono until this end of the year, they were about the hottest team, really.
Well, besides all the poles he was getting, because wasn't
Yeah.
he was making the pole.
But that's
Yeah.
that's still something that maybe makes sense. More so than a lot of the other things that happen through the season because you've got a new driver with a team that hasn't worked together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's the way you would hope it would play out. If
Yeah.
you come out gangbusters right out of the bat, then wow, that's just not what you expect. You kind of expect for a team to have to gel and learn each other, and they learn.
Yeah.
Because he don't drive like Truex did, you know. There's,
No.
I'm sure, a lot of differences there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you hope they gel and work things out. You already know that the car's good, the team's good. You think that the driver's good from his past performance, but
Yeah.
you would expect it to take a little bit for everybody to come together and make it, and they certainly did. Out of anybody through the whole season that improved and made themselves better throughout the year, I think they would be at the top of the list.
Yeah, I ain't put much thought into it, but I guess just a little heads up. We'll remind y'all we're going to do an award show in a couple weeks, and that might be the guy for most improved over the year.
Yeah.
I'll have to put more behind that thought, but just he's got to be a contender for it.
Oh yeah.
Have you already got the checks made up for that show to send
Yeah.
out to the drivers?
Yeah.
Okay, just
Are
want to
they
make sure.
getting $2?
Huh? $2?
Yeah, can we afford any more than that? I could barely afford my Halloween costume.
I
man.
hear you there, money bags.
Oh, you're saying that's too much? $2?
I mean, you know, they already got enough money, let's be honest, most
Yeah.
of them.
Okay. Well, you said checks.
I think the
didn't know what
awards
we
that
were-
we give
No, I
have
was
so
gonna
much.
send them a picture with a check on it, you won.
I think the awards have so much prestige from the rookie lab that they ought to have to do a buy-in to get one.
Better go up right
Send us
next.
some money.
Better give Denny one. Well, no,
Yeah.
not Denny, because I was going to say put it up next to his championship trophy, but I don't mean to pour salt. I didn't mean to pour salt on the wound. He was just. I didn't even think about that.
I'm still not over that.
I'm not
if
either.
anybody's wondering.
I didn't mean to. That ain't me being a toxic Larson fan. I promise. I genuinely. It's been so long, and Denny's been so good. I honestly forgot that he didn't have one yet.
Yeah.
I thought that he had one.
I'll say just for me, throughout my weeks, when I just ain't got nothing to do, I turn on an old race just to entertain myself or whatever. I haven't had no interest for the last however many weeks it's been. I don't want to listen to a race.
Oh.
So, yeah, just give it more time, I guess. But
If that's what did that to you, I can't wait to see what happens when Kyle Busch retires. You ain't gonna talk to nobody for weeks.
yeah, I don't.
Now Braxton will be coming up. He'll be all right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. You'll have,
I'll have Braxton in a truck.
you'll be watching
or
more trucks than
in
you
an
will
ARCA
Cup.
car or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't putting much thought into that
No.
until I have to. But what was after Pocono?
The first ever race at Echo Park Speedway.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's whenever they wrecked 24 cars. We were at that race too. And
Yeah, they dented a few of them that day, didn't they?
Just a few,
remember
yeah.
the Elliott Chase Sexual? Sorry,
Yeah.
tried to take that place down.
Mm-hmm. We had a few of them sitting in front of us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
singing
They sure were excited.
goodbye to Joey,
Yeah, we had some there that weren't Joey fans, definitely.
making kids cry.
Yeah, when Joey, when he went into his pits and they saw he wasn't coming out, it was just cheers. Like it was really,
Hey,
More than that.
Goodbye.
yeah. It
Yeah.
was just a lot of.
Yeah, but remember that was a really good plate race.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because the
'Cause
cars
they
that were
thinned
left
out.
in there.
Yeah, they thinned out the field and they really could make moves like the old days.
Oh yeah, there was a passing,
some cars up there.
passing, yeah.
You rarely
Yeah.
see up front. I think Gilliland was up front at one point. I think Herbst got up the first at one point.
Yeah, he got up the first and spun out, I think.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, hey, did y'all know Cody Ware's best finish of the year was better than Herbst?
Oh no. Yeah, a Rick Ware car as opposed to a 2311 car.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Johnson probably had a better finish than he
Oh,
did.
yes, absolutely.
He got a top
Yeah,
five.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. And he
He
ran
did.
what, 4 races or
I
something?
think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he had a better finish than Herbst. But,
Oh Lord.
yeah, that was a really good plate race.
Dang.
I think Brad was up there. We thought he might get him a win. Shocker that,
Oh, don't remind me.
yeah, I think we rewind to before the season started. I think we all would have expected him to pull one off.
And that would probably be out of everybody out there, maybe my biggest surprise of the year that didn't get a win.
Yeah,
I just
figured
thought
he
after
would.
last year, their team had turned that corner.
Yeah,
And he's a good enough driver, or maybe he's reached the point where he's not the driver he was. I don't know.
well, I don't know though.
I'm sorry, but that might be.
Busher
Everybody reaches that age.
also wasn't as competitive as they had been because I mean they won several races over the last few years.
Yeah.
So I just think they got a little off. I mean, Priest was honestly really impressive from that team. To me,
Yeah, yeah.
and that might be another nominee for some award we come up with. But yeah, so good plate race led us to
Chicago.
Chicago Street Course, the last one for now.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think that was a cool experiment, but glad that we're going to go to Chicagoland.
Change it up.
Shane did what Shane does, and there wasn't much else to that race, I don't think.
Nope, he dominated. And like I brought up earlier, that was the race that Cody Ware got stuck in the wall for pretty much a
Yeah.
whole lap while they waited for Shane to cross and throw the
And that
white
was a
flag.
bad hit too. You remember
Yeah.
that? Literally bent his steering wheel.
Oh, he drove right into that thing. And,
Yeah,
I mean,
that
it
was
just a hard
terrible,
hit.
and they just waited and waited and waited.
That was
Driver safety matters until
until you read your cautions for it. And all that.
and you're not a popular driver, I guess. I don't know, but
Mhm.
whatever.
And then after that was Sonoma, back-to-back road courses, which
Yeah.
please
Again,
NASCAR.
Shane did what Shane does. Wasn't much of that one either, I don't think.
I guess that depends on where you're looking at it from.
What you mean?
Because we know darn good and well that there's a bunch of fans down under that get riled up
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
when Shane wins.
yeah, he's our
I
view getter.
Yes.
He brings us more people than anybody
Those
else.
guys, if NASCAR wants to look into a new market, that's it.
Yeah, maybe go try to race in
Yeah,
New
that's what I'm
Zealand.
saying, yeah, take a race down there, cause those people, they're passionate.
But you know, if Shane didn't win that race, how much? How
All they gotta do is put it on a road course.
I know. Hey, I don't know. Zilch is coming up. Zilch might give him a run for his
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, you're right.
He might. I don't know though. But
We know their cars ought to be even.
yeah, but Shane's got more experience on him right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But what was after Sonoma?
Dover.
And that was a Denny win.
Number 11. Back in victory lane.
Yeah.
Third win of the season.
Yep. I just remember that race. I got about a 15-minute rain delay, but that was one of our lucky breaks when we didn't get no weather postponements this season.
Yep.
And I think that's when everybody was going, will Denny get 60 this year? And the general consensus was no.
Yeah, because I think at that point that was 57.
Yeah, it was like, no, not this year, maybe next year.
Yeah.
I was a believer.
Somebody
I
had
don't
to
even
be,
think he didn't even think it was.
somebody had to be right, didn't they?
Yeah.
They were talking to him on his podcast, and he said, "No, we're not going to this year."
Yeah.
But
And wow, could have easily been 61.
yeah. At Dover,
Brickyard. Indy. Indianapolis.
Bubba got him a win,
Old Bubber.
and it wasn't
A
awful
legit
luck.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure enough, he was the baddest boy on the property that day.
Outdrove Larson for that one, I remember. So I guess
Yeah.
Larson had a flash
Yeah.
that day of coming back, but
You start thinking about Indy again. The Indy 500.
yeah, I think we had weather coming in that day and got lucky.
Yeah,
So-
I think so.
Yeah, bro. I thought that was a decent race.
Yeah.
I don't think the Brickyard is absolutely huge, but I feel like that is one crown jewel that hasn't really lost its luster. I feel like it's still a big deal.
I don't know if it ever had that much luster compared to some of the other ones.
Oh.
Though.
When they started with it,
Yeah,
it
when
was,
they
oh
started.
my, you weren't around then. But yeah, when
Yeah.
they started with that race, it was like, they come race NASCAR and Indy.
Hell yeah, I
You're
reckon
kidding,
so.
no way. And then guess who won that one?
You know?
You know who won that one?
Was it
The
Earnhardt?
inaugural race?
No, Earnhardt.
Oh no,
won.
Earnhardt was.
Was it
No, he
Gordon?
wasn't mad.
Yeah,
He
that's
was-
right. Yeah, it was Gordon.
He was
Yeah.
pissed. You hear me?
Yeah.
Earnhardt was.
I
pissed.
remember that. Yeah, it was Gordon.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was Earnhardt or Gordon. I couldn't remember.
Earnhardt could have
I
been
knew-
spitting nails that day. He was
Yeah.
not happy about the result of that race.
Yeah.
You know who was on the pole for it?
I don't think I
I
do.
think it was Rick Mast.
Yeah.
Sat on the pole for the inaugural.
Yeah, but I still feel like that's a big deal just because of the history of that place. I think they just posted pictures a few months ago of the original bricks they uncovered from like 1909.
Huh.
I mean, that's just got to be really, really
Yeah, it
cool.
was. I'm telling you, when it was the first race there, yeah, it was a huge, huge deal for NASCAR fans.
Yeah.
You know what I want to see now is I want to go see NASCAR. If they want to do these international races, go race a Formula One course.
Yeah.
That's how you get people invested. I
How
hate
about the
Formula
Autobahn?
One. Huh?
How about the Autobahn?
That's the
In
interstate
Germany.
in Germany where they don't have a
Where they don't have a
speed
speed
limit.
Ooh,
Let's
oh.
go race that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, civilians are just roadblocks. They
Yeah.
treat them like lap cars.
They want to try something new, try that.
Imagine that. Imagine just rolling down the road and there goes Denny Hamlin passing on his
Well, no, wait a minute now. You might have that absolutely wrong. It may be Denny Hamlin getting passed.
You might be-
You might have
Yeah,
a
there's cars
Lambo
out
or
there
something
that'll
over there
blow
that'll
away a
run
cup car.
260, yeah.
That's true.
I'd be trying to get myself popular over there. You don't want to get over there. And, I don't like Hocevar. I'm going to sit here and wait on you.
Yeah, there's.
But hey, my one takeaway from the Brickyard, can we agree? Thank God that we got back off of their road course.
Yes.
That race did not belong on the road course.
Yes, thank the
So,
Lord.
thank you for putting it back on the oval.
Yeah.
Also, I was going to say this earlier, but NASCAR, please no more back-to-back road courses. Just if you're going to have 5 of them, just
Wait a minute,
give me a
what
break.
weeks were those?
Which one? The road courses?
Yeah, the week of them.
It was like,
Chicago was July 6th, and
Yeah.
then Sonoma was the
Okay,
13th.
well, you know why they did that. That's when everybody's taking vacation. They say, I'm not watching NASCAR, we'll just run a couple road
That's the
courses.
only time
Get
people
them
are
out.
watching
Yeah,
NASCAR.
get them out of the way.
yeah.
No, I mean, I already don't care for road courses in these cars and all that. I mean, that's just me. I know a lot of people, the New Zealanders love it because they wouldn't get to see Shane win back
I
to
like
back.
road courses when we have 1 or 2 a year.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
Dakota, the first one proved that we could have very good road course. races, but
I just don't like them back to back,
yeah.
because you see Shane down. No, I'm
But
just-
that's nothing.
That's just me,
There's
though.
almost always been somebody that was dominant at road
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much as him.
No,
Don't get me wrong, not as much as him. But you had the Gordon era.
Oh yeah.
Chase Elliott was
Yeah,
he was
pretty
good
much
on
the
for a
man
long
for a little
time.
while at road course. Truex wasn't maybe as dominant, but
but he was very.
he was a
good
hot
for
shoe there for a
while.
while. There was a time Rusty was real good there. You had drivers over the years that kind of, were who you expected to win when you got there.
Yeah. And what followed Brickyard?
Iowa.
And that's when Byron finally got back to victory lane, wasn't it?
He got a legit win that day
Ah,
because he actually.
I don't know if it was
Wasn't he
legit.
dominant? He was up front.
He was up front, but remember he got lucky and saved like an extra 50 laps of fuel or something stupid. He
Yeah.
went like some ridiculous amount of laps on fuel when everybody thought he would run out because he was way shorter than anybody else, and they just had caution after caution after caution after caution, and he ended up making it.
That's right. I remember that.
But yeah, I think he was up front, so
He led the most laps of the day.
yeah. But I just remember I can't remember how many. It was 100 and something laps on fuel. It was crazy.
But I'd still call that one more legit than skipping through a wreck at the 500.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm.
That's just the way the 500 is.
I know.
Yeah.
You gonna get that. It's just amazing it happened 2 years back to back. The same guy.
I don't guess he's upset about that, but
No.
probably a lot of other people are.
Yeah. And what was after Iowa?
Watkins Glen going bowling at the Glen.
SVG again. Next.
Richmond
Austin Dillon.
gets the one win that he's gonna get in the year.
Did anybody think that he'd repeat his last year?
I really
performance?
didn't.
I figured if he was gonna have to run somebody over again. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't
I
figure
didn't.
the magic would happen twice, honestly, but
Richard-
whatever they figured out, they figured out.
Richard's got to cheat on that track or something. Must be he's paying somebody
Yeah.
good for that track alone.
I
don't
just,
know.
as a Kyle fan, I just found it curious that for 2 years in a row there, Austin got that car, and where was Kyle? Nowhere to be seen.
Mm,
I mean, he wasn't absolutely horrible, but he wasn't nowhere near a contender.
Mm.
So, what's going on there? Austin said that he's just got something figured out at that track. He said he has since the first time he ever ran there, but I don't know.
You can't hardly figure out something at a track anymore, though, without everybody knowing it.
Yeah,
Because I think everybody can look at the
Yeah, they
data from
can.
each of the other cars, so,
yeah,
you can't say, oh, I got this magic little line or a certain place where I accelerate or decelerate.
yeah.
Everybody can see it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, gotta give him credit. He straight up won that one. There wasn't no fluke to it.
Oh yeah.
And where'd we go to Richmond?
Back to Daytona.
And I will say that Richmond race, that's where they did the tire fall off, and I think that's where our short track races kind of turned around.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a good race.
And we had a good few short tracks. Daytona, I was at that race. Blaney won in a 4 wide.
Mm-hmm.
That was,
Popular win.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
super cool. We went from 13th to 1st in like 2 laps or something crazy because it worked out for him. And
For a change.
yeah,
Yeah. That's good.
yeah.
That's something that luck's not on his side so often.
No. But yeah, I thought that was a decent plate race because, again, they wrecked a bunch of cars at the beginning and it kind of allowed people to make some moves.
Yeah.
And I guess after Daytona, we went to Darlington.
Started the playoffs at
Yeah.
Darlington.
Yeah, I went back to back. I was at both of them. I thought it was an okay race, but Briscoe led over 300 laps that day.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, that's whenever the Hendrick cars, we were like, are they going to be okay? Because they were all 4 like outside the top 15
Outside,
or
yeah.
20. That was a
Yeah.
really bad day for them. And it was kind of like, are they going to be able to figure this out? And
They did
yeah,
eventually.
I mean, stuff worked into their favor, but yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
still
true.
also, they got better for sure.
All except Bowman.
Yep. And then,
After that was Worldwide Technology Raceway.
the Gibbs
Gateway.
cars continued their streak of Denny won there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Bell won the Bristol race after that, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, they won that opening round, and it kind of looked like
He won the Goodyear blow up 500.
Yeah, that's when Goodyear might have went a little too far. The teams did or somebody.
I
But,
loved it.
yeah,
I'll defend it till I hate the manufactured drama, but I don't think that was trying to be. I think they were just trying to make it fall off, and they didn't
Yeah,
realize
just-
how it would affect at that time of day and all
it
that.
takes away some credibility from me. It's too chaotic.
It does, but I just love it though.
Yeah, but I mean, so Gibbs swept that whole opening round, and it kind of looked like, well, they might have this one, and they still got 2 cars to the final. So I guess the only surprise there was Bell didn't make it, which actually Bell had outpointed everybody for that next to final round, but all the guys below him won, so he didn't get it. But where'd we go from?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Penske cars did what Penske cars do.
Yeah.
Josh Berry almost got him one from Blaney.
Yep. But
But-
Blaney took it all.
I thought that was one of the better New Hampshire races in many years. There was a lot of passing that day. Good tire fall off. So hopefully they'll keep whatever they took there for next year. And then
After that, we went back to
well,
Kansas.
hey, actually don't forget New Hampshire. That's whenever we had to Denny Hamlin wreck Ty Gibbs.
Is that one that one?
Yeah, that was just I remember that moment. But where'd you say Kansas?
Back to Kansas.
Oh boy, who won Kansas somewhere? That's when Chase Elliott stole it.
That's right.
Went 8th to 1st on the final restart.
That was going to be a Denny win.
Yeah, this is when Denny was in the news every week. Wreck Ty Gibbs, win one week, wreck Ty Gibbs next week, and put Bubba in the wall and let Chase have
Yeah,
the week
I
after
remember
that. He had a lot going on right there.
Yeah, that's when everything just played into Chase's favor at the end of making the right move
Yeah.
at the right time.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't have played out better. He looked like a hero.
Yeah, 5 Toyotas take the green and just about a white flag, and not a single one wins. But where we go after Kansas?
To the Roval.
All right, Shane,
Shane,
get rid of the Roval,
please. Just please.
All right, so once again, please get rid of the Roval.
Have we said enough?
Oh,
Please
I
get rid of the Roval.
Have you ever seen a positive comment about the
No,
Roval from
nobody likes the Roval.
anybody on
The
the
only
internet?
people that like the Roval is probably like Mamba Smith or something.
Yeah,
It's just like
to the fans.
I mentioned with the out of the country races, I feel like the first ever time they did the Roval was like, okay, cool, let's try it. But then they do it every single year, and we've had enough. You don't have to do these things every year. Make them special, and then people might actually care more.
And it's just not a good race right now overall. That's the
Yeah.
problem. It's just a boring race, and it sucks knowing that you're going to a track that has very good racing, especially in this car.
Yeah.
So why not just, if you're gonna repeat a race at Charlotte, just repeat the oval at Charlotte?
Yeah,
why
possibly
do you
the-
have to go to the road course?
Possibly the best race of the year, and you say, we're not going to do that again.
Yeah, it's not like they're just completely against redoing races. Half of these races on the playoffs are just repeated races from earlier in the schedule.
Yeah.
So why not go?
But remember, Denny made the news that week because Ross decided to make him go backward across the finish line.
Yeah,
they
Ross-
both did, I think.
Ross pulled a Ricky Bobby and tried to
Yeah.
shoot it in reverse, and he didn't make it.
Nope.
One thing you say about Ross, he don't have any quit in him.
No, he didn't give a second
They
thought.
ought
He
to
just
put
threw
him
that
in
car.
a Hendrick car.
Yeah.
But
I'd like
I
to
don't
see
think we'll ever get that chance.
No, we
Sure
won't.
will be
I'm
honest
hoping.
with
Well, I've got other hopes with that, but
that. Yeah.
maybe now with
What was after the Roval?
Vegas. Back to Vegas.
Denny got number 60. I think that was the main story that day.
Yep.
we
Nice.
almost got away from the playoff theme, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we did, honestly.
Yeah.
I guess everybody had talked about how he had the advantage of winning into the final race already, but that was a really big story about number 60. And
And doing it for his dad and all that.
yeah, I remember that's whenever we kind of saw Denny do what Denny doesn't normally do, because he put it out there on the wall and just he stole that one from Larson. He's
Yeah.
said,
Yeah,
I am winning this one today.
Call whoever you want the best driver. That day, Denny was the best driver.
Yeah.
And it just, like I had said that week, I remember, when he did that, it makes me wonder how many wins or what could we see out of Denny if he just did that?
I got it figured out. When Ross did his little trick and he got up with Denny there and they went to rubbing after that race, some of the Ross rubbed off on Denny. And he said, I'm about to show you something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was all driver there.
Yeah. Oh, that might have been one of my favorite ones of the year, thinking about it.
Wasn't one of mine.
It was one of the better wins of the year.
I know. I'm just
One of just storyline
I'm
better
being
races.
a Teddy Hendrick fan. That's
Yeah,
what I'm.
I'm just, as far as storylines go, I think that was
Yeah, I
probably
know.
one of the better.
Yeah. And Byron punted a Ty Dillon that day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's when he,
Probably one of the worst licks of the year.
Yep.
That looked bad. Like I say, had it been just the car over a couple feet one way or the other, that could have been a catastrophe.
Yeah.
It was bad, but it could have been way worse.
Yeah. After Vegas,
Dega.
again.
Dega. Yep.
And Briscoe stole that one.
That's
That
right.
wasn't nothing but a fuel mileage race. We already talked about that. And then Martinsville,
Yep. With
Byron dominated and closed
Willie
it
B.
out this time.
yeah.
Led a whole bunch of laps and just put it on him.
He proved he was a driver
Yeah.
Yeah.
because we were expecting something different to happen.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait for the choke, wait for the choke, wait for the choke. Never came.
Yeah, and the Joe Gibbs guys, both Briscoe and Denny and some of the other Toyotas all had mechanical issues that day.
Made everybody worried going into
And I
the
guess
race
also
at Phoenix.
Denny had about 3 or 4 others during the playoffs too that we didn't mention. So I think the Toyota storyline is those mechanical problems. They
Yeah.
really better get that figured out for next year because that's just not okay when you're trying to be the best manufacturer, best team in the sport. You got to give people cars that can go out there and they can depend on them.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good when you got drivers just sitting, getting in them and saying, all right, well, I hope I make it to the finish, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, and some of the issues were redundant.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they just happened. Oh well, things do happen.
Yeah, and I mean, they've got to be
It happened over and over.
fixable because, like, Blaney blew up those 3 races in a row, and then they said, all right, we figured out what the problem was, and it didn't happen ever again. So, I don't know, but I would be embarrassed if I was Toyota, I think,
Oh yeah.
just with how that turned out for the year. And then we wound it up at
Phoenix.
which we covered a couple weeks ago. I don't know, Connor, you want to add anything, but
Well, I mean, Blaney won your race, but Larson won your championship.
yeah.
You know, I am a Larson fan. I was very happy that he won, but I wasn't just jumping up and down, mostly because A, I wasn't feeling very well that day, but B, I knew how much it meant to Denny, and really, he deserved it that day after running so good and everything like that, and he took 4 tires, and it slowed him down in the pits when everybody else was taking 2 and just had a bad pit stop, which it sucks, but it happens, but so that's why I'm not over here going, yeah, man, in your face, because I wanted Denny to win deep down. I want my driver to win always, but
I think you just know, just like we all do, Larson's going to have many more years.
well, that too.
Denny don't.
And I've already seen Larson win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
Denny's never won one after all these years, so I was, like I said, when Larson got it, I was like, well, that's cool, but at the same time, I knew Denny had earned it that day, and he'd earned it all season. I think he was the most dominant driver all season with wins and stuff too, which doesn't necessarily mean you'll win a championship under.
And I don't think it means you get the most points because, of course, like we've said, Larson got the most points for the year. But it's also, like we said, where was Larson for about the entire second half, or more than the whole second half of the season?
Not just that, but how many points would Denny have had without all the mechanical failures?
Yeah, and he skipped a race because his baby was born.
Right.
So, I mean,
I don't know.
a lot. You can't really.
But this isn't the first season that we've gone, well, maybe he shouldn't have been the champion. And I'm kind of hoping it'll be maybe the last for a while.
Yep.
Denny
Excited to see the new format.
Then he made it sound like we're still getting some form of playoffs though on his.
Oh, yeah,
podcast.
he said pretty much without a doubt there will not be a 36.
Well, they caught him in a slip because remember that they said that the Cup guys can now run 10 Xfinity races and 8 truck races. Well, in that announcement, they said that they will not be allowed to run playoff races next year. So, Dale Jr. mentioned that. He said we kind of busted them. They let it slip on accident, I guess.
Yeah.
But the question is it still same playoff format, or
No,
are they
absolutely
going
not.
three?
Definitely
I imagine it'll be
that.
3-3-4, or they'll do
I'm
the
thinking
chase.
it'll be a
and,
10 race chase. I don't think it'll be 3-3-4.
You
I
don't?
think that they know the fans. They're not going to give us a 36 race, but I think that they will compromise in the middle with the 10 race chase because I feel like a lot of people can't agree on that one from both sides. I mean, I can.
but even then, I really don't even
3-3-4.
I don't even want the 10 race chase, but I would rather that if you're going to keep doing stages.
Yeah.
Because if you do 36 races right now and keep stages, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work out in any way. I think that you just go back to good old fashioned pure NASCAR. You start a race, you go, you stop for cautions when something's bad on the track, and then you award points at the end
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
That's
I
how you
don't
crown
mind
a
the
champion.
stage points because it rewards guys for performing throughout the entire race rather than running 15th all day and waiting until they need to run good. But please just get rid of the cautions. They're unnecessary.
Yeah.
But
So just don't stop for the stages.
yeah,
That's
I mean, you could pick a marker and say, hey, this many laps will count who's crossed the line or whatever. But don't stop the race. Just keep going.
yeah.
I could buy into that.
So I guess we've made it to the end of the year. I guess our main storyline we're saying was please do something to help with the dirty air,
Yeah.
the tire wear. Hopefully the more horsepower help with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do a little better on the caution consistency. And of course, like we're saying, let's try something new with these championship formats.
Yeah.
I think that was our main things, don't y'all?
Pretty
That's
much. That's all I got.
Where are we at on time?
About an hour and 20 minutes.
Alright, well, let's not drag this out, but I think we ought to kind of run down the list of drivers and maybe grade them for the season. Well, how y'all want to do it? Just
Let's do it by car number.
alright, number 1,
Chastain.
Ross Chastain.
B minus.
For the car that he's in, yeah, I think I'll give him a
Or a B. B
yeah,
minus.
I can agree with you on a B. What you think, Frank? Just, I mean, the entire year he was the best on restarts, just taking everything he could get out of that car and passing the most people, but they never gave him cars to compete with except at the 600, I think. So,
Yeah, I can say a B, maybe a B plus even just because of what he's in.
yeah,
I think that should change next year.
yeah.
The
They're
drivers
trying a
they
whole
have
bunch of
now,
new
if
people.
they don't get better next year, then they need to find.
Well, they moved a bunch of people around.
That's
for next
they
year.
need to start playing volleyball or something.
Yeah.
They've got the organization next year to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, the 2 car, Cindric. I think I gotta give him a C.
Yeah, me
Just,
too.
you're in a Penske car. You only win a plate race, and you're multiple years in the car now. You're not a rookie anymore. And I expect better out of you. But
Yep.
I think that's about it for him.
Yeah, he's definitely in the C's.
Austin Dillon. I think just because we know they don't have the most competitive cars over there, I think I'd give him a B minus. He managed that win. There were points in the year where he was running top 10, top 15, and I think for that car, there's something to be said for that. Now, there were other weeks he was 30th, but I think I could give him a B minus.
For Gregson.
I think that might be the best he'll ever be in the car, though. I don't think he's better than at best a B minus driver.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to jump into.
I think his skill is maxed out.
yeah, me too.
He is not an A-list driver,
No.
no matter whose car he's in.
Yeah. All right, no Gregson. I don't have a grade for him. I mean, just kind of non-existent. I think
Don't know where the team stands.
He's kind of just a field filler at this point. I mean,
yeah.
not to say he's a bad driver. I mean, he has gotten up there every now and then, but not consistent and doesn't hold it up there. So
Larson, I think I'm giving him an A- just with, they got the wins, they got the championship, but they just, like we said, they did not have it this year like they have in previous years.
Compared to his teammates, though, maybe?
Yeah.
Definitely why you'd at least be in the A.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I give him an A, but I think it'd have to be an A-, just because I expect more out of that 5 team.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're the ones that have made that expectation off of how they've done.
Oh yeah, he put it on his shoulders.
6. Keselowski.
Brad, like we said, he didn't get a win, so
I'd put him.
I'd say about a B+,
B+.
maybe.
You think that much?
I don't know. I
I'm
might
a
have to
little
give
lower
him
on
a
that one.
B just for that day at Pocono when when the pit road was closed and he was right behind the pace car. You can't do much worse than that.
Yeah, he definitely negated some of his points that day.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll give him a B. 7 car. Do we have
That's Justin Haley.
Haley? Well, he lost his ride.
D at best.
Yeah.
He just like there was and maybe it was the team. I can't say
Well, I mean,
it's
remember, he
all.
lost the pit crew. He lost his crew chief.
It's not all on the driver, but
No.
but get up there and cuss and jump up and down and hoot and holler how they're screwing you over.
Yeah.
I mean, if I know my career's going in the toilet, I'm gonna make some noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can agree with a C. Kyle Busch.
D, F, just gosh, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. I like Kyle Busch. I'm just joking. I just hate on him because Austin likes him.
Say maybe somewhere in a BC range.
Yeah.
For what he's in.
Are we wondering, is how much is Kyle and how much is the car though? I guess
Yeah.
that's where we stand on that one too.
Yep.
I don't know.
I mean, he had.
Has he reached the end of his, career of being a superstar? It happens to everybody.
Yeah. I'm giving him next year. They actually just posted a story on NASCAR's website today or a couple days ago about Richard Childress. The group over there said this offseason will be different than any other one. I guess they're really, really going to work this year to try and find something. And we know they're bringing in new people and all. So I think I'm going to give them next year. And if nothing happens, then I think I'm drawing the line there. But still, they did have a better last 3 or 4 races, a couple top 10s or whatever. But yeah, I think I'd have to give him a B-, because I mean, just think of all the points he did throw away with all the penalties he got.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I wouldn't be surprised if he got the most penalties out of anybody for the season. And you can't do that, especially when you're in that car, because you can't make up when you make mistakes.
Yeah.
So you got to take what you got and make the best of it. But, I mean, I understand it from his perspective because he's never been in that situation, I don't think. But you got to deal with it. But Elliott, consistency, 1 win, but not a
B+.
Yeah, I'd give him a B. Just nothing special, spectacular.
2 wins.
2 wins. Yeah, that's true.
So
Ty Dillon.
Yeah.
I gotta give him a B just for being in that car. He made it to the final round of the bracket. Almost got him $1 million. I guess we forgot about that. Really cool story. I enjoyed that part.
Yeah, one of the bigger stories, the biggest story at that time during the year, really.
Yeah.
Kind of another one of those stories that took you away from the playoffs for a few minutes at least.
Yeah, so I'd give him a B. Y'all agree?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's never going to, another Dylan that'll never be one of the best drivers on the track. I just don't think none of them are coming from that family, unfortunately.
Well, I think Denny, I'm honestly giving an A+. I don't think that there's anything that he could have done better this year. Won 6 races the most of the season. Dominated through, I mean, a lot of the guys every year, we always say, they have these hot streaks and then they go cold like Larson did or like Byron's always been known to do.
Or like Bill did, went on 3
Yeah,
in a row.
but I mean, look, Denny won at the beginning of the year, and he was winning at the end of the year, and he won in the middle of the year. I mean, that team was there week in and week out every week.
Yeah. And he gets extra points too for what he's done with his fan following over this year. He went from being probably him and Joey,
Yeah.
the ones that people hate the most. He's completely flip flopped that almost.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got haters that are going to be haters, and
Yeah.
they will forever. But I mean, the crowd, you could hear it in the crowd. It went from a whole chorus of boos to a lot of cheers.
Yeah, he was in the top 5 most popular drivers this year. And they said before this year he'd never been in the top 10 ever.
Oh, I'm
So-
certain. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, and I think I can safely say that he is the only driver I remember of that when I'm listening to MRN on the radio, I could hear the crowd when he was doing driver introductions at Phoenix. He was walking to the stage or whatever, and I could hear him in the background chanting his name. I never have heard that for any other driver. So he's creating himself a star
Yeah.
for his last couple of years. Blaney,
A-minus.
A-minus, just with all the issues they had, but they had a lot of speed for a good part of the season.
Went out without a championship, but it's just, he went out on top too.
Yeah.
You don't get to win but one last race of the year.
Yep.
Yep.
That always, hey, I was the last winner this year.
Yeah.
So definitely in the A's.
Do we have a 13 car?
I don't think so.
Who's next?
14, 15. Do we have a 15?
If you go to one of the races and do the entry list, it puts them in car number order.
Yeah, let me do that. Even think about
I don't know if there are any though. I think it might go straight to AJ in the 16 car.
If
Yeah.
it is somebody there, they're not notable, are they?
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
No.
I guess we'll talk about AJ. I'd have to give him a B plus. There were so many weekends in that car that he was running top 10 at ovals, especially at the beginning of the year, and we were like, "What is AJ doing up there?" And I think he just outperformed that car just about every week, and
Except for where he was supposed to.
yeah, except the road courses, that were their biggest problems. And I just felt bad, like we covered a couple weeks ago. The hits he took for the end of the last few weeks was just horrible, but I thought he really outperformed what he's in.
Yeah, he stated that real clear at the end of the year. I'm just ready to be done
Yeah.
this year.
And then Busher in the 17, they didn't get a win. I think you just throw them in a B. He was still, I think, top 10 in points, even without all the other stuff. And, of course, not making the playoffs because you get thrown out. But they were decent, just nothing spectacular.
Not to Busher. Briscoe.
And Briscoe,
A solid A the last
Yeah.
half.
I'll say, yeah.
give him an A.
Yeah.
Just the improvement throughout the year. We covered that. And then Bell.
The only thing with Briscoe is I don't think he'll ever be anything close to a fan favorite. He'll probably have a lot of fans,
Yeah,
but he just
That
won't have
shocks
those
me, too.
passionate fans because he's just not excitable.
He's super chill.
I know he's a good, great guy,
Yeah.
fun to listen to his interviews. He just has no excitement in him.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
about
I
like
know.
Bill, though. Bill's kind of the same way.
Yeah.
He's not going to have any just rabid fans.
But it just shocks me because of Briscoe's underdog story.
Yeah.
It's a really, he could
Oh,
run
yeah.
off of that story for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. He's still got many years. He might change something.
Yeah.
But then Bell, like we said, he just kind of disappeared throughout the year. I think I'd have to give him an A minus.
Yeah. For 3 wins in a row,
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
And they still did decent on points, but just nothing spectacular again, especially for the car that he was in.
Yeah, if you're going to rank it off of Briscoe and Denny, that's a stretch to get an A minus.
Now,
Yeah.
Bell did win the championship under Winston Cup points. So.
Yeah, but
I don't know, just give him his due.
Barry,
Yeah.
I don't know with him because it was like great and then nothing. What, a B, I guess?
Yeah, maybe. A B.
That's just, I'm going to give you a B because you were there kind of thing and you did okay for a while.
And won. He did win.
Yeah,
a race.
he won, I know that, but it's just like times you expected more out of him and didn't get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Well, same could be said for the next one, Joey.
Joey.
I think I'd have to give him a B.
I don't know that I could even do that with Joey being in the car he's in and Joey being a 3-time champion. Do you think he
Yeah.
deserves that?
Yeah,
So
no,
like
I
a
mean,
C?
I could give him a C.
Or a C+.
I mean, you name yours, but I'm just saying, for
I-
what I think
no.
he should have done, what he did do. Joey usually pulls off the impossible and gets something done.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe we say a C plus.
Yeah.
So, yep. Bubba, I was really impressed with him this year. They had a lot of good runs.
How about one of the most improved personalities of the year?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Bubba?
Yeah.
Oh, Bubba.
I think he might be one of those proofs that having a baby changes you.
Yeah.
But
He,
I think I could give him a B plus, maybe even an A minus
yeah.
compared to Reddick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we really all probably expected Reddick to have a better season than Bubba,
Yeah.
and I don't think he did.
No,
No, he
Bubba won a race, was in contention for a few other wins.
Yeah.
And you just never really saw Reddick up front. Maybe a few times, but
Yeah.
wasn't much.
Byron,
Oh, Willie B.
I think I'd give him. Did he only wind up with 2 wins?
No, 3, because Daytona.
Daytona, Iowa, and was
There
there
was one more, wasn't
Martinsville? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I could give him an A.
He led a lot of laps.
Yeah, they led a lot.
I'd
He
give him an
had,
A
he
minus
had the
then.
speed that Larson didn't, I think. Because, like we said, he dominated a lot of races and just lost it because of track.
Track position, I think,
Yeah.
killed him.
But
more
they
than
had
anything. I don't think that was all driver that he didn't
No.
get the other wins. So, an A would be easy given.
Yeah.
After that, we jump all the way to 34 with Todd Gilliland.
Yeah, I guess we're getting to the higher numbers. Gillen.
He was
Say
there.
much, yeah.
He was on the track. I mean,
I mean, that whole team, him
Yeah.
and Gregson, and I guess.
And when you're starting out with a team that's a B to begin with,
Yeah,
how do you grade somebody on that?
yeah. So.
You know, you're definitely not in an A team, in a B at best team.
Yeah.
participation trophy. I don't know.
Well, I mean, he's driving what he
I
can.
know. There ain't nothing against him. He just
Yeah, so
can't really rank a lot
We
of these
can
cars.
pass on him.
After
Now,
that,
what do you give Riley Hurst?
A solid, yeah.
he's in a 2311
Solid,
car.
put somebody else in the car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
F minus
F
minus F.
Participation trophy. He was at the races. He
And he
was
might be
there.
the greatest kid that ever lived, but
Yeah.
he's not a race
I mean, he
car
seems
driver.
nice in all his interviews
Or he's
and
not a
stuff.
cup
but
driver. How about that?
I really don't know what he seems like because he don't run good enough to get interviewed.
well,
Like, to be honest.
I just see a lot of the social media
Yeah.
ones, where guys ask him like, "What's your favorite car from the movie
Yeah,
Cars?"
I
or
haven't
whatever.
seen
So,
because I don't do that stuff, but
I see him on TikTok.
yeah. But I mean, it's just terrible.
Cause I'm a TikToker, yes I am.
I mean, if you don't want to take what we say, ask Jimmy Spencer.
Yeah. Oh, he'll tell you. He'll tell you exactly what he thinks on that.
Who's next?
Zane Smith, 38.
He's had some
Yeah,
flashes of pretty goodness.
Flashes. And he just kind of was getting the bad end of some deals when he wound up riding on his side and he got wrecked running top 10 2 or 3 weeks in a row. So I think for that team,
Solid
like we
B.
said, I think I could give him a B, maybe even an A minus for what he's in.
He's one of those guys I think that's trying to outdrive the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Husqvarna deal where he's trying to get more out of the car than what it'll give him,
Yeah.
and probably more. I'm not gonna say he's got more talent or a better driver than Husqvarna, but a more seasoned driver than Husqvarna
Yeah.
at doing that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And who's after him? Priest?
Custer.
Custer, sorry. Yeah.
Disappointment.
Well, I mean, look at what he's in.
I know.
He's
Yeah.
another one you can't really judge.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass on that.
I think I'll just pass on him. There's nothing you can say because you don't. I don't think he's an A-tier driver, but he's not an A-tier car, so
Good Xfinity driver,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
and that's what some of these guys probably should have done gone the all guy route
Yeah,
and done their
sure.
career in Xfinity and had a lot better career.
Yeah. But,
But what would you do, if you were in that position? Hey, you want to drive a cup car?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, just more money even where he's running, I think.
and that's the series most people paid attention to.
Yeah.
I mean, A lot of casual fans don't even know the Cup Xfinity Series exists. They just know about big boys.
Well, let's get to
Nemechek.
Yeah, Nemechek and then Jones. I think those are some of the
I can give them.
overlooked guys for the season. Hey, go ahead.
I'd give Jones. Well, I think I would put Nemechek lower than Jones, though. I would. Well,
I don't know. I think
It
Nemechek
depends.
Pretty even.
outran him a lot of the year.
Depends on the race.
yeah.
Both of them had A races.
And I think it's both B plus or maybe A minus,
Yeah,
just
I
because
think I'd give him an A minus because I mean they're driving
legacy cars aren't.
legacy.
I think that team is going to be up and coming, though.
Yeah,
I really
Yeah,
do.
but
I think that team is. I'm not saying they're going to be Hendricks or Gibbs.
no,
But I think they're going to be a point whether you'll expect a yearly win out of those teams.
yeah, because I mean they were in the top 10 consistently for a few races this year. You know, like where did they come from?
And I think the drivers are both doing everything they can with the cars they have.
Yeah, so I think I give both of them an A minus. Who's after that?
Number 44, J.J. Yaley.
Well, he's part time.
Yeah,
I
so
think.
that's
Let's skip. What?
Reddick.
Bowman? Or no? Yeah, Reddick. Sorry.
45.
B minus.
Yeah.
Nothing to talk about at all.
Not what you would expect out of him usually.
mean,
On some of these
He should be.
mile and a half, you expect to see him get on the outside by the wall and just be dominant. Now, he really didn't do that so much this year, though.
No.
You didn't see him at the places out there wall riding and
Mm.
making speed that nobody else could.
Yeah, and don't forget this was a championship 4 up here last season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Don't know.
Yeah, I gotta give him a B minus.
After
And
that,
then Bowman.
no. Ricky
Oh,
Stenhouse.
sorry, I'm skipping.
Ricky Stenhouse. Sorry.
Ricky,
I mean,
they had a really good run. Remember, y'all remember the first probably 3 or 4 months of the season? Ricky was in the top 16 in points, and
Yeah.
for that car, that's very impressive.
And we know what Ricky's driving because Kyle told him my car sucks as bad as yours does.
yeah.
Yeah, so I'd honestly be okay with giving Ricky a B just because
Mm-hmm.
they had a very good run, and they're a 1-car team, got like 15 employees.
Yeah.
So that was really impressive in my opinion.
Now we're finally at
Now we're up Bowman. Nine.
solid C.
C or C minus. I mean, no.
You're in a
one-
Hendrick car.
You
There's
lost.
yeah.
Barely made the playoffs. You were out there.
A constant driver on the internet that people are talking about his job being in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which for good reason. Or
Yep,
just,
for good reason. The performance isn't there.
You cannot.
Flashes of not even brilliance, flashes of goodness, but
Yeah. Flashes of luckiness. I really.
Yeah.
Nothing much to it.
Who's after him?
Cody Ware. Give him a solid A for leading laps at Daytona.
Yeah, I can give Cody an A for that and for outrunning a 2311 car.
Yeah.
And I
for
mean,
being in a Rick Ware car.
it wasn't his
Yeah.
fault he lost 9 wheels this year.
No.
So,
That's the fault of one lugs. I'm coming for you.
I just got all ideas that team has a lot of fun after the race.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ty
Gibbs.
Gibbs.
I give him a solid C too. I
Yeah,
put him in the
C
same boat as
minus.
Bowman.
I
Just
mean, we went this entire episode covering the year and have not mentioned his name, really.
because he.
Briscoe got in that car and won 3
3
races in his first year.
And
He's
Gibbs
been in there
is
for 3 years. The best you can
Not
get.
what we expected out of him at all.
over 100
And not
starts
just
in that
this
car.
year. Yeah, not just this year, but for the last few years, it hadn't been what you would expect out of him.
That is one of those, like, you can talk about Austin Dillon and all that stuff, but at least he's got wins in a Childress car. You could talk about, like, you know, being in there because of who you know, who your grandparents are. But Gibbs, at this point, that's the only reason he is in that car. Because if you had any other driver in a Gibbs car and went 100 races without winning at all, they'd be finding a new line of employment. You'd think.
I mean, nobody's really ever went.
No.
What was the stat I told y'all a long time ago? I think
Oh, gosh.
pretty much every driver had won at Gibbs in their first 12 races.
I think so. Something like that.
Yeah, and even when Joey was there were a large group of people that did not want Joey there.
Yeah.
They didn't like him being in that car, and he still performed well,
Oh, yeah.
much more well than Gibbs has. So
Yeah, so I think a C minus just.
It's just it's aggravating to watch, especially when you know how good of a driver Kyle Busch was and probably still would be if he was still in a Gibbs car.
Yep.
He probably would get at least a win or two by this point that Gibbs just hasn't gotten.
Yeah.
So it's just aggravating to see. Anyways, after that's Priest.
I give him an A minus. Just like we've said, RFK didn't completely have it this year, and there were so many weeks that we were talking about him running in top 10.
Yeah.
Heck, he had top 3 speed at Martinsville, remember?
Yep.
I mean, that's his first year in that car, just like Briscoe with Gibbs. He's never been in an even decent ride before.
Yeah, I'd agree with you based on the latter part of the season.
Yeah. So I was very, very impressed with him. And I wouldn't be shocked to see him win a race at some point. And I would be happy for that because he's got a pretty good story in himself.
Yeah, he does. I think he needs that, though. I think he needs a win.
Yeah.
To stay relevant in the Cup Series.
Yeah.
Well, Andy's just funny too.
Yeah, him
He's
and
funny.
Busher were there.
Pranking each other,
yeah,
taking the.
That's funny.
Was Busher took the doors off his Jeep, or did he
No,
take the doors
Chris
off Busher's?
Busher took his doors off.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I
Yeah.
think he pranked him with something else. It's hilarious.
Yeah, they have a good thing going there.
Yeah.
That's why I think he done good because this is the first time that Priest has had somebody backing him. Everywhere he's been before, nobody they didn't care about him. To be honest,
Yeah.
I mean, he talked when he was at Stuart Haas. Literally, the other drivers would have meetings without him. They wouldn't even tell him to come.
Yeah.
So, after
We can skip
Priest,
Mears and go to McDowell.
Yeah.
first year at Spire, nothing spectacular. I give him a B minus at best.
Yeah.
Here's gonna be the tough one.
Who is it?
Hocevar. Hurricane.
Yeah, how do you grade the Hurricane on what he did, what he could have done, what he tried to do,
Yeah, I have no clue
what he did right, what he did
Maybe-
wrong?
Maybe
I mean, there were A moments.
a B plus, because I think a lot of the really good things he did, especially in the Spire card, kind of got a little outshined by the bad things that
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah,
Just the
that's what I
roughness
say.
of-
That's one of those.
So maybe a B plus, just somewhere in that middle ground.
Yeah, I guess I'd say a B.
That's a TBD for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what the future holds.
Still like him though. I think he's funny as all get out. But
It's good for the sport.
yeah.
But quit wrecking people that.
Well, it's just fun when you have a driver that, like, when the Daytona 500 was under rain delay, he was in his hauler playing iRacing. He's like, that's hilarious.
Here's the thing, and if he'll get by this and he'll get past all the things that have made him look like a bad driver,
Yeah.
everything will be fine.
Yeah.
You've had a multitude of young drivers that come in that were hot shoes and fast as they could be. They had all kind of talent that did the same thing.
Yeah.
It's not something new to the sport,
No.
No.
So,
but the progress has to come.
yeah.
You got to keep the speed, and and lose that side of it.
Yeah.
After that is old Shane.
See our last one?
Nope.
No,
Or Suarez? isn't it?
Suarez is the last one.
Yeah, Shane just. I know we said Briscoe improved a lot, but for being in a track house car, what Shane did on ovals this year was shocking. I mean, he was out running
progression.
Ross.
Yeah, the progression at the end, yes.
So I'd have to give him an A. I mean, he executed where he was supposed to. He won the 5 road courses.
Yep.
And he got significantly better on the oval. So what more could you ask from him in a rookie season?
Yeah, I think I would go with a solid A, but the ovals have to increase.
Well, yeah, of course. But, I mean, going from averaging about 30th to really being in the top 10, that's a really huge improvement.
Yeah,
And Suarez,
He was there.
that turned out to be more of a disappointment than I would
yeah,
have
I think
thought,
probably a C.
He's going to a different team.
and that cost him.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you all agree on a C for him. I don't think there's
Yeah.
much to be said for him.
Yeah, and honestly, there were times before this year I thought maybe he's going to prove, because I didn't think a lot of him when I saw him run the Xfinity Series, and then he got a championship, but that was another lucky one.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't think he'd ever make it in the Cup, but before this year I thought, well, maybe he's going to prove me wrong, because he has some flashes of where he really performed well in the car, and just not so much this year.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that's everybody. And so I guess next be on the lookout for our award show, like we said, and send us any categories y'all can think of for us to consider. I mean, we want wild ones that you wouldn't really think about too, just crazy stuff. It don't have to be all about most improved and best at this and worst at that or whatever. Funniest driver, funniest moment of the year, just whatever you can think of. Dumbest moment of the year. And
Best hair.
yeah. Not Briscoe, I can tell you that.
Not Shane. He doesn't have
That's
it.
AJ.
Yeah. But yeah, really send us some of those, and we'll probably have that out in just about another 2 weeks or so. And thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you then. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving, I guess. We'll see you after then.
I guess we won't be back for that, will we? Till after that weekend.
Yep.
All right.
So, see you.
Goodbye.